Did you know there are not just 7 wonders in the world, but there are many more to see? Have you ever been to a popular tourist spot and wondered what that place had in specific? When we hear Mexico, a lot of reggaeton music and gangsters pops up in our head. But did you know, other than beautiful cliffs and beaches, Mexico has a world-famous place of historical significance? Let's peek into Chichen Itza, the heart of Mexico. Chichen Itza was a Mayan metropolis on the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. Although it's a vital tourist lure, Chichen Itza stays an active archeological location. New findings are still being mined in the area, furnishing even more wisdom into the civilization and achievements of the Mayan people, who governed much of present-day Mexico and Central America before the coming of the European colonists. In 1988, Chichen Itza was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and in 2007, it was voted in a transnational survey as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. The Chichen Itza site center structure was molded during its earlier occupation phase, between 750 and 900 AD. Its final design was created after 900 AD. The 10th century saw the city's rise as a provincial capital, restraining the site from central Yucatan to the north coast, with its influence spreading down the east and west coast of the peninsula. The earlier hieroglyphic date uncovered at Chichen Itza is identical to 832 AD, while the last known date was registered in the Asario Temple in 998. The late classic metropolis centered upon the site to the southwest of the Tolok Senate, with a primary architecture illustrated by the substructures now underlying the Observatorio and Las Moñas, and the basal medium upon which they were constructed. Remarkably, given the fairly easy technology public at the time, Chichen Itza was constructed in an area of rugged terrain that was felled to accommodate larger designs, including most notably El Castillo, a pyramid layout that, thanks to repair steps on the part of the Mexican nation, still stands today. Another immense layout in the area, Las Moñas, which acted as a government facility, was also constructed on level terrain. All of the structures of Chichen Itza were connected by a network of nearly 100 sackbiob or paved lanes and sidewalks, which was noteworthy, given that multiple European cities did not yet feature paved avenues at the time. In the upsurge, archaeologists acknowledged the Mayans daubed many of the installations in bright colors, including reds, greens, and blues. Today though, the city retained the original stone's pale grey colors. A large cenote uncovered at the northern end of the Chichen Itza has tremendous decorous and archaeological value. Long gossiped to have been the site of human sacrifice, the cenote was dredged in the early 1900s. The dredging induced precious antiques of gold, turquoise, jade, and human remain. Although the collapse of the Mayan civilization is widely attributed to the coming of Christopher Columbus in 1492 and the European colonists that heeded the well-known explorer, Chichen Itza may have failed its place as an influential city in the province long before then. Indeed, chroniclers acknowledge that many of the political and financial activities of the city had diverted to Mayapan, a newer neighborhood constructed to the south and west of Chichen Itza by the mid-1200s. There is proof that Chichen Itza may have been ransacked and burglarized at the time. Although that remains debatable, still, when Spanish conquistadors arrived in 1526, a thriving community lived in and around the city. As a result, it was only natural that for a time, the Spanish set up an interim capital there. The latter used the site as a headquarters for cattle ranching activities. Building such enormous structures takes a lot of time and money, but being destroyed within a short period. What do you guys think would the Mexican federals do to preserve this world wonder? Comment what you people know about these wonders around the world. Until then, adios.